What's up, everybody? We're here to do a fight preview for Golden Gloves show on the 16th of March. Main event, Kevin Lerena versus Mann. And of course, just dissecting the fights and kind of giving you a bit more insight into who's fighting, what's happening, and everything above that. So I'm here just to quickly go through that with you, and obviously your anticipation for the show. And of course, don't forget to watch all the fight previews and interviews I did before this. Of course, each boxer has their own thing to say. So this is not an official order of the bouts, but let's first of all start off with what we're going to be calling his bout one, Michael Markram versus Frank Rodriguez. Now, of course, both guys have received a loss in their resume. Both guys are still prospects, have only received a single loss. Of course, more recently, Frank Rodriguez took a TKO victory in the first round, and I was obviously looking to bounce back straight away, whereas Michael Markram lost a split decision at the Sun Arena. Undefeated at Empress Palace, that is, and even that fight at the Sun Arena was touch and go. You know, as the results suggest, it was a split decision. So yeah, Michael Markram, Frank Rodriguez, great fights. Obviously, Frank Rodriguez comes forward, fights in bursts, relaxes himself, comes back and comes again. Whereas Markram, you know, kind of consistently stays on you, looks to put pressure and looks to outsmart you. You've got that Peter Smith peekaboo style, which obviously he's grown more into since joining Peter Smith. And that'll be exciting to see. So Frank Rodriguez did say in the interview that he doesn't think that Michael Markram can handle the pressure, and that he is going to come smash the model's face. Michael Markram in this case is a model and a boxer, but of course this is just boxing. So winner of that fight, it'll be good for SA Boxing. Of course, the winner of that fight does go on and potentially can put in a challenge to fight Nicholas Radley for the SA Light Heavyweight Championship. Second fight, Rourke Knapp makes his Golden Gloves debut. Tembelani Mashlanga, obviously another up-and-coming fighter. You know, Rourke Knapp, this is the fight for him to make the statement. Not to say necessarily that, Tembani. Not to say that Tembani isn't a threat, but this is more Rourke's time to shine, and obviously Tembani's got to therefore upset the apple cart, so to speak. And that's sometimes the reality of the sport. Sometimes you build a guy up like Rourke, and a guy like Tembani steps there and takes his opportunity. This is obviously an opportunity for both guys, but of course the one that people and obviously social media have a closer and keen eye on is Rourke Knapp, because to see if he is the real deal that he's been showcased as he's been getting a lot of good opportunities. Now he signed with the Golden Gloves, and now it's his time to shine. So let's see this fight. Obviously Rourke Knapp comes in as the favorite to win this fight, but you know, don't be shy to see what Tembani is. He's also, you know, it's a guy, you know, both guys have fists and both guys come to fight, so you know it's going to happen. And yeah, hope you enjoy that fight. Third fight, international fight. We got the Bulldog on the card. Of course, the Bulldog fights a German opponent. I'm not going to try pronounce. Oh well, actually, let me try pronounce that one. His name is Marjan from Germany, undefeated guy, and of course the Bulldog gets an opportunity to come back and, you know, show if he's still got it. He's obviously been, you know, he even called himself an old man, you know, and you know, we recently did an interview with him and Gert Stradum when he did the Manny Colombo fight. Haven't heard from him since, but of course he now gets a chance to redeem all that's gone on against this German opponents at Empress Palace. Bout number 4, Pan-African bout, a bout that everyone has been talking about. Boyd Allen against John Bopape. Of course, John Bopape recently coming off a great win over Anthony Jarman, rather, and of course the Namibian blows hot and cold as well, but so does John Bopape. So we don't know what's going to happen. Boyd Allen so far undefeated, 2 wins, no losses, has that mixed martial arts background, has of course the amateur boxing background, and of course is bringing his longtime trainer Richard Kwan to the corner. Obviously this is Richard Kwan's time to create a boxing champion now. And in bout number 5 we have Keaton Gomes against Saeed, and of course Keaton Gomes is the man, 4 wins, 4 knockouts, and obviously Saeed is the taller guy. He's coming as well, 2 wins, 1 loss. He's coming all the way from Cape Town to see what he can do. He's getting an opportunity here to fight a guy called the Hulk in the form of Keaton Gomes, and a guy that no one really wants to fight right now. And of course that's because he's knocking guys out left, right and center. So Saeed is taking an opportunity here to kind of stamp his authority. Maybe he can get in Keaton and you know, box him from the outside using his reach. But that's yet to be seen thus far in Keaton Gomes' career, and his opponents haven't been able to keep him off. He just walks right through them. Will that be the same come fight night? We'll have to see. Of course, the main event now. There are 2 other German fights that are going to be put on the bill. I don't have much information on them, but yeah, just to add that in quickly. And last but not least, Kevin Lerena versus Arthur Mann. Let's first start off with Arthur Mann. Arthur Mann is an undefeated boxer from Germany. A prospect of note coming out of Germany. He's definitely looking to take everything that Kevin Lerena's ever worked for. And of course, first and foremost, that IBO Cruiserweight World title is up for grabs. So Arthur Mann's definitely been enticed by such things. But our local boy Kevin Lerena's got to negotiate that and win now. And he's got another upper. These undefeated guys are not easy because they've never tasted a loss. They all they know is positive energies and winning fights. So they got a winning mentality coming into this fight. So there is no easy fights, particularly at this level. Kevin's recently been ranked in BoxRec at number 5, and this surely is the catalyst. If he beats Arthur Mann and Usyk vacates the titles, because Usyk's probably going to duck to heavyweights very, very soon. The titles open up WBO, IBF, whatever the route may be. It looks like Kevin Lerena will be top of the pile in terms of those shots to unify, to add on top of his IBO title. So yeah, interesting times ahead, and potentially with the South African currency, we won't be seeing that happening in South Africa. We potentially, with him fighting a German, we might see a negotiation with maybe a Sauerland Promotions, and who knows who he could fight on that end. It's good to have connections in terms of these sort of things, and it's a sort of a nice little trade-off. But yeah, Kevin Lerena, Arthur Mann, Kevin Lerena potentially needing to I was going to say needing to stop him, but no, he doesn't need to do anything like that. I think from a self point of view, he does want to stop the guys, and I think that's more to prove to himself. But at the end of the day, it's not a tragedy if he doesn't stop the guys. It's just more mileage and on the tank, going another full 12 rounds. Arthur Mann's a bit of an unknown entity in South Africa, and I'm pretty sure Peter and Kevin have prepared accordingly for that situation. So yeah, we are to see exactly what's going to come out of that situation from a South African perspective, and I think a logical perspective, we could be seeing Kevin Lerena winning this fight just from his previous opponents and who he's come up against. I think it's prepared him well for this fight, and of course that all counts at the end of the day. Experience counts, and fighting at the highest level counts. Arthur Mann, again, unknown entity. Could he potentially upset the apple cart? Who knows? Anyway, thank you for listening to the fight preview. Obviously, have your say on it as well. Who do you think is going to win the fights and whatnot? If you do think there is going to be an upset, please, I'd love to know which fight out of all the fights you think is going to be the upset. Let's go for it. Let's name it straight up. First fight, Frank Rodriguez, Michael Markram. It's a pick-me fight, 50-50. In terms of where I'm sitting, I can't pick a winner there. Rourke-Knapp against Timbani. Hard fight as well. Favorite is definitely Rourke-Knapp going into that fight. Obviously the German against the Bulldog. The German's undefeated. It's going to be a tough task. These Germans are coming in here, and a Bulldog is nearing the end of his career, but never write off the Bulldog. We know that. He gets stronger and stronger as the rounds go on. So a favorite going into that fight will be Marijan, the German, but Bulldog can definitely hold his own end up. John Bopapi against Boyd Allen. John Bopapi's got the boxing experience at the professional level, but he blows hot and cold. Boyd Allen definitely the favorite going into that one, being undefeated, and of course the wins that he's been winning in the fashion that he's been winning them in. Saeed versus Keaton Gomes. I think you got to go with Keaton Gomes on this one. What I'm saying is the favorites. Keaton's got the background and everything like that, and he's undefeated, hungry guy that's been backed by Golden Gloves, and I don't think that this is the fight that's going to necessarily take his O, if any. We'll see in the future. And of course, Kevin Lerena, Arthur Mann. Gonna stick my neck on the line here and go for Kevin Lerena. I think Kevin's got all the tools to compete at the higher level, and of course, I've yet to see much of Arthur Mann. Of course, I don't want to write off Arthur Mann because as well, don't really know much about him in terms of the world level. He hasn't been in a World Boxing Super Series. He hasn't competed like that, but he is undefeated. He is hungry, and of course, Germany has a history of producing good cruiserweights. So of course, Arthur Mann is in with a shot, but I'm going to stick my neck out and say Kevin Lerena on this one. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you guys very, very soon. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's on this side. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and of course to tune into more videos that we're going to be posting. We want to do more of these sort of fight previews on the tournaments, and yeah, hope everyone's having a good one, and wherever they're listening, I hope you're having a good time. Aight, cheers.